to go, Dr. West?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Alright, good morning or good afternoon, everybody. We're going to be investigating materials today. Alright, so we're going to start going over safety rules. For our experiment, you're not going to touch any of the samples until all of the instructions are given. Definitely not going to taste the samples. We want you to use caution when working with scissors, hammers, and samples. Do not touch face, especially your eyes, after touching the samples. And then at the end, you will wash your hands. So what we're going to do is on my command, you will divide into groups of two. You'll split into older partner and younger partner after finding out whose birthday is first and last. And then you will have split into your cooperative learning groups. So if y'all want to go ahead and get into partners. Okay. Groups of two. Okay. And figure out who your older partner is and your younger partner is. So y'all know which duties y'all will have.
What year?
Okay.
I'm in order.
Okay. Alright, so why don't y'all go ahead and let the material manager go and get the baskets. They're on the back table. Baskets.
Is the older person going to see it?
The older partner is the material manager and the reporter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. That might be a good idea. It's
The
okay.
little tag things. So we know.
And then primary investigator and maintenance director for your other one. Okay, so each group is receiving an exploration guide. And then y'all will have 5 minutes to observe the materials in your baskets without using taste. And y'all can begin now. And just fill out, your reporter will fill out your exploration guide.
So is that me?
Is there any questions?
Can you go back to the slide that has who's who? Which, there we go. Okay, so that is you. Alright.
Older material reporter.
Okay, so I'm reading things, but you're reporting. Okay. So take a piece of copper wire out of your basket. So copper wire. And then describe in your 5 sentences, except taste. Okay, so let's describe what we got.
Piece of copper wire out.
Bendable, shiny.
Sure, yeah. You clean up.
It smells like eggs. How's it go? Metally sound. Can you take a look? It's okay. We're just describing. It rings. That's a good word for it. Maybe to draw a picture.
Were you able to bend the wire? It is bent.
Label its color, texture, and defining features. So color, like bronzish.
It makes the team noise when you drop it.
It's a great observation.
Bronze. Color. Texture, hard and smooth.
See, oh, it's orange. It's like orange. Like rust color.
Great, I've got about 3 minutes left.
Let's see, throughout. Yes. Okay, take the charcoal.
Label its color,
That's you. And describe it. So it's rough.
Yeah.
Just write this just for sake of rough. Is it? Can you bend it? Bendable. It breaks.
Take turns bending the wire, cutting the wire.
So let's look for that.
Oh my god, so weird. I think he was gonna cut. Does the wire appear to be the same direction when the bed cuts? Take a piece of charcoal. And
Take turns with your partner hitting the charcoal. Where should we do this? We'll do it in the tray.
Yes, did you get to figure it out?
I was like, where's it supposed to go? There we go.
yeah.
Standing it in there. Oh, sweet. I feel like I should do this.
You can give it a whack, yeah. There you go. Write down those observations.
Charcoal through this thing. Yes.
Dust everywhere.
Piece of aluminum. It's like, wrinkly. Shiny.
Alright, there's about a minute and a half left.
Yeah, just try it. Yeah. Gray. Silvery. I think more silvery. Yeah, it's the same draft too. I didn't know this.
There's this like string part right here. There's like a string.
Okay. Okay, sweet. Nothing with that. There we go, partner. Partner.
Alright, now aluminum foil.
Alright guys, we're gonna let y'all finish this real quick. Move on. No, okay guys, we're gonna go ahead and go over that exploration guide now. Alright, so were you able to cut the wire, bend it, and this is group discussion before you raise your hand. Were you able to cut the wire and bend it? Raise your hand if you were able to do that. Nice, okay. Does it appear to be the same throughout? After you bent it, did both sides look the same? Or cut it, did both sides look the same? Both pieces all throughout it?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you able to smash the charcoal?
Yeah.
And how many? Did you break into a lot of pieces, 2 pieces?
A lot of pieces.
And do they kind of just look like more little pieces of charcoal from the same thing we started with?
Yes.
Yeah, ours had a rope, but ours had a rope inside of it. So there's like a piece of string which is different from the actual charcoal, but just something we saw.
But, okay. Anything else about the charcoal y'all noticed y'all needed to point out?
It left dust everywhere.
Were you able to fold the foil, cut it? What other ways were you able to manipulate that?
Tear it.
Okay. It is same throughout?
Yeah.
No, every same.
It became wrinkled.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions about any of the properties they observed? Okay. So, now that we ran through our exploration, I'm going to give you all these explanation guides. I'm just going to do one per group again. And we're going to try and explain what we just explored. So, with your partner, read this first question. Somebody want to read it out loud, actually? Jessie, maybe?
Sure. If we told you that all of these objects that you observed were elements, how would you define an element?
Thank you. Now y'all discuss with your partner and answer that 1A.
Say it's something that's the same throughout. Unless it's
Same throughout. It could be the same after altered.
Yes.
Once y'all are finished, if you could put your pencils down and then eyes back up here, that way I know everyone's done.
We'll just say it's the same. It's like here, so it's like.
This group finishing up right there. Yes. Can I get somebody to give me their definition of an element, please? Raise your hand. Anybody got volunteers? Thank you, Sarah.
Something that's the same throughout after it's broken down or manipulated.
Perfect. Anybody have anything different from that? Nothing to add? All right. That's pretty good. This is the formal definition of an element. Could I have a volunteer to read this for me, please? Michael.
An element is a pure substance made up of one kind of material that comes in many shapes and forms.
Awesome. So there is a formal definition blank provided. If y'all can copy down that formal definition for me. And we're going to add element to our word wall here. Everybody finished up writing that one? Perfect. Now, the blank below is an operational definition, so I want you to combine your definition that you wrote at first, something that makes sense to you, with the formal definition. So come up with your operational definition, discuss with your partner, and then answer 1C and 2.
Sand can heat or something as a small as a
It's kind of the same thing as what we described. It's a I would say we should use the word substance. It's a substance. Yeah. It can be physically manipulated and stay the same throughout.
Everyone else finished up with their operational definition? Awesome. So now we have established that these objects we've been working with are elements. So we should be able to answer number 2, right? So what are the 3 elements that we explored today? Can somebody tell them?
Charcoal.
Yep, that's one. What's another one? How many others? Copper, perfect. Awesome. For charcoal, it's actually going to be carbon as the element there. So we know those 3 are elements. What are some other elements that you can think of? I'm going to write them on the board as y'all tell them to me.
Oxygen.
Gold. Gold, okay. Shout them out. Any other ones?
silver.
Hydrogen. Silver. Oh, you got silver.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nitrogen.
Magnesium. I'm just kidding.
Beryllium.
Huh? What are some common ones that you see every day? Balloons.
Calcium.
Calcium.
It's not balloons.
It's not, but
I was thinking.
yeah, lead. Helium. Yes, perfect.
Neon.
Awesome. Okay, we got a good set of examples there. So here are the ones that y'all shouted out some good ones. Here's some other ones. We have iron, gold, lead, helium. So notice that each of the elements has a 2-letter symbol next to it. Up there it already says, but these are chemical symbols. So every element is represented by one of these. And as y'all get introduced to the periodic table, that's how the elements will be represented on there. And you notice that not all of these elements are necessarily the same. They're not all similar, right? Wouldn't y'all say? Mm-hmm. Okay, so another thing I wanted to point out is that not all elements come in different shapes and forms. They're not all going to be a solid or a liquid or whatever, this or that. So this should answer number 4 and 5 on your explain guide. So can somebody read that whole first sentence for me, please? Really?
Elements come in many shapes and forms, but are always a pure substance.
Awesome, thank you. Marcia, could you read that second line for me?
Elements are represented by a chemical symbol.
Perfect. So I'll give you all a second to fill that out and explain guide. So now we keep saying that elements are pure substances. So let's talk about what exactly a pure substance is. Discuss with your partner how you would describe a pure substance and then write your definition in the blank provided.
Or maybe
Yeah, sure. It works. I'm trying to think as a sixth grader. I can't. I don't think they use the term uniform.
Alright, we got those first definitions filled out.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get somebody volunteer to read their definition for me, please? Marcia, thank you.
We put a pure substance is all the same material.
Good. Anybody have anything else? Alright, awesome. The formal definition of pure substance is a material that has a constant composition and has consistent properties throughout the sample. So same thing that we did with element, I'm going to have y'all copy down the formal definition. We're going to add pure substance to our word wall. And then, like we did last time, you'll combine the formal definition with your prior definition and come up with an operational one that makes sense to you.
Substances are the same throughout.
It's the same thing. So maybe we can say a material has a constant position.
And then once you've finished up with that operational definition, you can go ahead and finish off number 7 and 8.
Element is a pure substance.
Do we have any questions remaining on what we explored or explained today?
Should we do number 8?
Go ahead and finish out 7 and 8 together.
Can you combine elements?
Awesome. If y'all have finished the entire explain guide, if I could have the cleanup guided by the maintenance director. So make sure you have all those materials back in the baskets just like we found them. And then the materials manager, if you could bring them back over to that table where you pick them up front.
You just got to clean it up.